Xit family, how are you? Hello, BlaXit family. I hope you can see and hear me. Let me put this down. Hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me. It's 3 o'clock, Sunday, the 23rd of March. Believe it or not, 2025. The year is absolutely speeding by. Oh, you watch them for me? Yeah? Can you watch them for me, please, Seffi? I hope I've gone this to go public. Let me know if you can see and hear me, if that's okay. BlaXit family. Oh, you got off the tree. Let me just infused drink. You know, when you're this, although it's green, it's actually ripe and it's off the tree in our compound. And this is fever grass, which is off of the tree in our compound. And compound means like the area surrounding your house, or like houses, family houses, they're called compounds here. So in case I confuse you, so let's just say my garden. So hello and welcome. So yeah, this is fever grass and this is orange. And so what I'm doing is I'm making an infused drink. So putting it in here as you would do. And smells divine. Oh my goodness. Fresh. Well, that's what I'm telling you. When you live here, right, you live better and you can live much more healthier. So I'm just making an infused drink so I can keep my thirst up. Thank you, my darling. Got that from my darling Steph. So anyway, welcome. For anyone who's new, welcome to BlaXit. BlaXit is all about your relocation, repatriation back to Africa. Yes, that's where these lovely grass teas are coming from. This is where we are getting our lovely herbal infusions from, where we are living free, living happy, and living the good life. Okay, we're living the good life here in Africa, and we want you to join us. So I'm Nyancho Kajabi, thank you so much. I'm Nyancho Kajabi. See, I'm just going to roll it, literally squeeze it so that it releases all of the lovely smells. And then I'm just going to put it in my water. Absolutely amazing. And if you remember last week, I wasn't feeling like 100%. So I've been drinking my herbs, you know, to make myself feel a bit better. And also this concoction that I know that it's not paid promotion by any chance. So let me just tell you, I tried this. Someone told me to try this. I know it's probably looking backwards to you, but it's called Fafaron. Fafaron, it comes from Nigeria. And my friend in Nigeria sent this to me, yeah, via someone in the Gambia who recommended it to me, Ibrahima. So Ibrahima, thank you so much for the recommendation. This is a stem cell dietary supplement, and it's called Fafaron. And I was, like I told you last week, I wasn't feeling right, my throat, my everything. And someone told me, yo, you need the elixir. I was like, the elixir? What's the elixir? I want the elixir. And so they said to me, try this Fafaron. And this actually is made in Nigeria. Hello, so big yourself up, Nigeria. Yeah, now we've got our own, you know, let's just say preventative care from Nigeria. It's called Fafaron, yeah, and it's a herbal. They've got loads of other things, by the way. This is not just it. They have things for, you know, men, to make men very virile and so on. But they also have things to help, you know, to prevent, you know, some of these big C illnesses and so on. So I just want to tell you about it, okay? Can I say a racial slur? Again, black man, ex-Gambia. Sorry, I've missed your comments. Hello, International Living Today. I'm glad you can hear me. And also, Intentionally Living Today. This video is blurry. It's blurry? Oh my gosh, it looks very clear to me. I don't know quite what's happened, but the internet here has been a little bit funny. Even my main internet, I can't even use it right now. It's not even on. So I'm using mobile data, so that could be why it's blurry. So I do apologize for the quality of this video. Let me try and see if I can add some more megabytes. Yeah, just give me a few minutes and I'll see if I can add some more megabytes. I'll take that as a compliment because she was very powerful. She, Chris 20, she grew into this humongous person, and she whipped their asses. So thank you very much. If I look like her, she's a very famous actress. So I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you so much. Albert L. Perry Senior, hello, welcome. So I just wanted to tell you that this really helped me, this stem cell supplement for Farron, and I'll be glad to share the information. If you want to get in contact with me via WhatsApp, I will share the information with you. You can text me to find out about the elixir. That's what they call it, the elixir. There's a lady called Rebecca, actually, who's very much an expert on it, so I can always pass on her details, but it helped me so much. This is the unopened bottle. I obviously have the open bottle that I've been taking. So hello there. So yeah, I'm obviously I'm African, but I was actually born in the UK, and oh, thank you so much. I'm just going to pop it in here. So I'm just going to take the seeds out so it doesn't block the hole. So I'm just putting this, look, very nice. Lovely. Let me not do that. I'll do that later. Let me just drink this. Sublime. Anyway, so do me a favour. I'm going to have to do it while I'm off live, because if not, it's going to take up a lot of my time. So I was born in East London, actually, in Forest Gate in East London, in England. So where are you from? Let's go back through the comments and say hi to everybody. Our moderator today is Catherine and hopefully Seth. So for anybody who wants to come in with any BS or whatever, please stay away. This is a BS-free channel. This is all about empowering us, empowering you, empowering me, to feel powerful and to remember that you deserve to be loved, okay? I do not care if you are heavy or light, right? I do not care if you are light or you are dark. I don't care. Let me just say, I care about you. Let me switch it, yeah? I care about you, and that's very important to me that, you know, we have this connection, because you deserve to be loved, and I love you very much, okay? And we need to love each other more, okay? And that's the reason why I'm here, because love is so essential to our very existence. And many of us feel unloved for whatever reason. Sometimes we weren't loved by our parents growing up. We weren't, you know, even loved by our partners or what have you. Huh? What did you say? It's here. Here, you can use this one. Because our internet's messing up, so I'm just saying to him that he can use his phone instead, okay? All right. The only time I'm going to need it is during capital flights. You'll have to sit next to me, okay? So anyway, how are you today? I want to talk about something that's really important. Sorry if the video's blurry. Diesel is asked me if he can say racial slur. Black man, I want to say hello to Internationally Living Today. Hello. I apologize about the quality. Black Man Explore TV Gambia, hello. How are you? So Black Man Explore TV, everybody go and check out his channel. You know, Diesel, how you doing? Check out Internationally Living Today as well. You know, let's all help each other. Chris 420, how you doing? I wish I was that famous actress though, but thank you for the compliment. Albert L. Perry Senior. How you doing, sir? And where are you? Where are you based? You're asking me where I'm from. Now I'm asking you where are you based? Okay, because I'm from Africa originally. Sedback said, where are you from? Okay, I'll say once again, London. England is where I was born, but I'm originally African, of course, because you always go to the source. Charles Thigpen said hi. Hello, Charles Thigpen. Suleiman Job said, good afternoon, lovely darling, watching from Spain. So what should I say? Hola, ¿cómo está? Mucho bien. I don't know. I don't even get my Spanish is not great. I cannot remember. I used to work in Spain a long, long time ago in Valencia, but I can't remember much anymore. Chris 20 asked me if I've ever been to Beaufort. I'm not sure. Don't think so. Thanks for the information, said back. Judah 1, is within you, with you once again. Judy One, I salute you as always. All of you veteran BlaXit subscribers, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being with us. I really and totally appreciate it. Anybody that's just dropped in on the live, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so welcome. This is all about your empowerment. You know, this is us, and we're now dealing with our Black empowerment, okay, our African empowerment. And today we're going to take a flight, okay? We're going to take a flight. So today's show is going to be quite important. And I just want to say, I want to send a message to Captain Ibrahima Traore before I even start anything, okay? Remember, like I told you, we all need to, you know, love and empower ourselves and know that we are powerful, know that we are divine, okay? We are divinely sent. We're not here by mistake. And to let us know that, you know, we can be the change that we want to see, okay? So, Judah One, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for always being there for BlaXit, because I really appreciate all my day ones, A1s. You know, thank you for staying the course. Thank you for staying with me. You've seen what we've been through. You've seen what, you know, Nyancho Kajabi has been through. You've seen what Juliet's been through. And it's not easy, but we've seen it through because we are powerful, okay? And for all my queens, my empresses, yeah, my emperors, my kings, I salute you. I stand with you. I stand by you, yeah? And empower yourselves, okay? So Sandra Watson, hello, watching from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've got family there, so who knows? You might know my family, yeah. Albert Senior Perry says he's in Los Angeles. I've got family in Los Angeles as well. That's right, very close family in Los Angeles. And Ginny Rock Bailey says hello, watching from New York. So happy to have found you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Today we've got a very powerful message. I don't know if you've been watching the TV recently, and thank you if you're new. Please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. Very important, you know. Some people have known me since the Woden Maya interview when I said England is a dump. And other people have known me before because I was very much an anti-racism activist in England. And, you know, my slogan is the only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and come and live with your own kind. If you remember that slogan, give me a heart. Yeah, give me a heart, please. Looking great as usual. Thank you, Gesundheit World. Everybody big up Gesundheit World and go to Gesundheit World's channel. So Gesundheit World, let's big yourself up, and thank you for the heart. There's a kiss from me. Albert said, I'm a mix with El Salvadorian and Black American, and I live in Los Angeles. Well done, yeah. More power to you, more power to you. Thank you, BlaXit. Hello, how are you all? Thank you so much for that. Go Trump keeps making the country great again. Deportations. In fact, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about USAID, the American supposedly aid and development agency that they have now under your new administration. I don't know whether to replace the T with a D. Should I say that? Can I get away with it? Can I get away with it? Anyway, so apparently, you know, this whole thing about withdrawing aid, stopping aid and everything else, I think he's actually done Africa a favour. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because I think there was a number of reasons for it, but I've got the reversal. Okay, I've got the medicine. You want the medicine? I've got the medicine for it. Okay, now I've been sitting down thinking, okay, so let's take away aid. What can we do to return the compliment? Yeah, what can we do, all of us, yeah, do to return the compliment? Yeah, let's go, said Judah. Right, and the answer is capital flight. Okay, if you know what capital flight is, give me a message down below. Albert L. Senior Perry said, I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and raised in Los Angeles, California. That's amazing. Like I said, I have family there. I have family, even my friend there. And I want to shout out Donnie, you know, to my friend Donnie, and condolences to you and your family for your recent loss. You know, big love to you, you know, always on my mind. So, you know, you've been my friend for a long time, so I just want you to know that I am really sorry for your loss of your mother, and may you grow stronger, and may her memories always live in your heart and your soul, and may she spiritually support you throughout your life now that she has transitioned. So yeah, sorry, just a quick message. You're the one. Yes, I've seen it all, babe, and you're a strong woman. Thank you so much. Kisses to you, kisses to you. Well, we have to be. We have to be. They say when they throw you lemons, make lemonade. Ain't that true? So that's what we have to do. And no matter how many people try and bring you down, always rise up. Just rise up stronger. Don't let anyone, listen, if right now you are a victim in any way of any kind of abuse, I don't care if it's cyber abuse, I don't care if it's harassment, victimization at work, if it's your next door neighbor, racist next door neighbor, I don't care if it's the man at the shop, I don't care who it is. Yeah, if it's your partner, if it's your brother or sister, I don't care who it is, okay? If it's the racist police, yeah, I don't care who it is. I just want you to remember that you are strong. Okay, you are strong mentally, you are strong spiritually, and don't let anyone ever tell you that you are less than them, because you deserve to be the person that you were born to be, and that is the warrior that you truly are. Okay, that is the warrior that you truly are. Don't let anyone try and defeat you. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not beautiful enough. You are. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not strong enough, because you are. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not rich enough, because you are, because not all riches are in money. Okay, let me just say it. Let me just say it and say it. And I stand strong on what I say, because, throughout my whole life, people have tried to drag me down. I face jealousy, I face discrimination, I face so much. And I'm telling you that even though we face it, we have to be stronger, because you know what? There's a chance for a better life. And I'm living my better life. No matter how many people try and diss me, I'm still living my better life. I was reading about Fantasia. I don't know if you know about Fantasia. An American singer. If you know about her, give me a yes. Greetings, Albini Manfrey, Maroon. Hey, day one, A1 soldier. Yeah, thank you. He's also a veteran BlaXit family member. Nyancho, I'm fine. Yeah, Jack the Goat, Africa to change and change. It's got to start with us. I agree. That's why I'm talking about capital flight. We're going to talk about capital flight today. What am I talking about? Capital flight. What is capital flight? Come on, people. Let's talk about capital flight. It's our time to get on that capital flight. I'm going to talk about the implications of capital flight. I'm going to talk about the ramifications of capital flight. Give me some thumbs up, please. Give me some more thumbs up. Give me some more thumbs up. I'm going to talk about the power. Oh, am I talking too loudly? Is there too much echo? Right? I'm going to talk about the power of capital fight and capital flight. And we have it. You have the power in your pocket. You have the power in your bank. You have the power in every penny that you earn in the West to destabilize it. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking? Yeah? Tell me about capital flight. Your accent is pretty hot. Says Jay Jones. Thank you so much. So sweet. He said, yeah. Greetings. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've also got Bijar Maxwell. Greetings. Am I saying your name right? I hope so, Bijar Maxwell. Greetings. Jack Goat. Greetings. Benny Maroon, Manfrey. Greetings. Okay, yes, leave the West the best. And that is Africa. So Albert El Pani Sr. said, give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, no problem. We'll wait for you. Okay. And kudos BlaXit. Yeah, and Gina One said facts. So Benny Manfrey Marine said absolutely. Yes. Okay, so I know about Fantasia. Okay, so Fantasia, I admire her so much. And I'm going to tell you why I admire Fantasia so much before we get into capital flight. I admire her because Fantasia fell pregnant at age 17. She didn't stop. Yeah, she kept fighting for what she wanted. She kept going for what she wanted, despite all the, obstacles that stood in her way, right? She went on to have, her children. And as a single parent, she still stood strong. She faced humiliation. She faced, so much. And her songs are so powerful. Her voice is so powerful. And she still stood strong. And when they tried to destroy her, she did clever moves. She did clever moves. When they tried to destroy her, she did clever moves, and she said, okay, I'll sing for you, if that's what you want, and just to show that I don't have anything against you, but I still stand on what I believe, And so that's why I respect her, is that she had her children, and people try to look down on her and people try to disgrace her, but she stood on her, on her platform. She stood on her music. She won Grammys. She went, it was in the color purple. She has achieved so much. And she didn't even finish high school. So what I'm trying to say is, don't let anything stop you. If you don't have an education, don't let anything stop you. If you've got, children from relationships which broke down, don't let anyone judge you. Yeah, people have tried it even on me. Oh, Judith, you've got children and they're from different fathers, So what? How many men have got, children from different mothers? So what? Don't let no one judge you. And the person judging you, especially if the person judging you hasn't got any children at all, is a prostitute, who cares what they think? Do you know what I mean? Let them go and fix their own life and go and get their own children and go and get their own husband and face real life. And then see how hard relationship is, because they've jumped from relationship and haven't been able to have children. But some people are blessed to have, some people aren't blessed to have. But whatever it is, it's your life, okay? Now I want to talk about capital flight. Now someone tell me about capital flight. I want to say hello to Africa's Vanguard. I want to say hello to Ginny Rock Bailey. I want to say hello to Survival Chick. So Survival Chick, big yourself up. Yeah, Ginny Rock Bailey, big yourself up. And I think I've missed someone, but I'm sorry if I've missed you. Oh yes, Serene Seagull, yeah? Can you come here and do it, please? Okay, no problem. So greetings, my good friend, Selma. Oh! Special kisses to you. So that's a special one to Selma, big yourself up. Some people, they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk. And that is to you, beautiful Selma. Okay, so yeah, Fantasia is a soldier and such a beautiful soul. Totally. So I just want to kind of big her up. It was Mother's Day in Western and Eastern and Northern Africa, as I learned from Selma yesterday. So I want to kind of give a big Mother's Day greeting to Fantasia for being not just a great mother, but a great singer and a great female role model for us all, and for us all to see that we shouldn't judge her because her relationships are wrong, but we should actually learn from her so that, we can maybe try and, have better relationships in the future, because she really does set examples and I do admire her. I don't think we should look down on anybody. I think that we should learn lessons. That's what today's session is about. It's about learning those lessons. So Albert Player said he's back. So we held up for you. Hello, Dwight Barrett. Oh, my beautiful sister, my beautiful brother, my handsome brother, I should say, isn't it? Clinton Smith, hello and greetings. Thank you for joining us as well. Yeah, and Willie Rivers, what's up, my brother? It's been too long. I miss you. Yeah, we must have a chat one of these days. So Capital Flight, Judah One's come back. Yes. Come on, family. We're doing it. So Capital Flight is using your capital for a one-way ticket to Africa. Boom. It's not just that. Okay? It's not just that. Capital Flight. I want everybody to put Capital Flight in the comments for me, please, beg. Put an aeroplane or put Capital Flight. Yeah? I miss you too. I miss you a lot. I miss our chats. Myself and Willie Rivers, right? We used to talk, you know, all things Africa, all things, you know, about how we can build Africa, how we can develop Africa, how we can have an alternative to America. Now, I have seen a lot of the crazy stuff that has been happening in America, especially against so-called immigrants, like they're not immigrants. But anyway, you know, just saying, just a point of reference, you know, you take someone else's country, but you're not an immigrant. But anyway, let's talk capital flight. Yeah. So technically, what is capital flight? Please put capital flight in the comments. I want to see more capital flights, please. More capital flight, more capital flight, more capital flight. Capital flight is our secret weapon. Okay. Capital flight is our secret weapon. Please put in the comments capital flight. I want to see some airplanes, capital flight. I want to see some more thumbs up. Capital flight is our secret weapon. Okay, what can capital flight do? Yeah, capital flight can it can deconstruct even a currency. It can destabilize a country. Okay, I like that. Yeah, Judy Rock Bailey said capital flight is our kryptonite, and it is. Okay, when I watched, right, America feeling so great to pull back all of this aid, billions and billions of aid. The thing is, the most money they spent was actually in Ukraine and Israel, okay, and a bit in South Africa, okay. But let's really look at the implications. It means you can keep, you know, some of the things that you were giving us, which we really didn't need, okay. And one of the things that it did was cripple some of our independence. It also allowed for there to be political meandering and interference. Okay? Data warning. I just got a data warning, so I might have to get some more data and come back on just in case, okay? It cuts off. Okay. Ask Target, they now know, yeah? I travel a lot and I've been to Bangkok, Thailand 3 times, Thailand. Wow, okay, that's great. So capital flight. Albert L. Perry Sr., tell me about capital flight. What is capital flight? Someone give me a very strict definition, yeah? David Ross said NGA. So tell me what's NGA? Okay, capital flight, thank you. So capital flight is when you take your assets out of a country, okay? Now, done en masse. So say, for example, I don't know, 10 million people decided to leave the US. I'm just giving you a roundabout number. 10 million people of African descent, yeah, decided to leave America, okay? Thank you, Betty Manfrey Maroon. Yeah, taking your assets out. It's not just about taking your assets out. Let me explain to you the ramifications. It's also you not paying taxes into the economy, okay? It's also you not feeding the economy with any kind of consumerism, yeah? It's like buying gold directly from Burkina Faso and cutting out America and any other middleman. You're just getting your gold from them directly at a much cheaper price, and you're cutting out all of them. Now, capital flight is when, for example, let me give you a story. I did capital flight. Hello, free account. I did capital flight when I left the UK. So what did I do? I dissolved my assets. Yeah. So anything in England that I had, you know, bar my investment with my children, I dissolved those assets and I liquidated them, okay? And then I transferred them across to Africa. And by doing so, I stopped the banks from earning interest off of my money, yeah? I stopped the taxman from earning tax off of my money, yeah? It can devalue the economy of the place you take it from, if done en masse, precisely. So if they want to take their aid, why don't we take our aid out? Yeah, because we're providing aid too. You're aiding the economy just by being there. That's why capital flight is so important and crucial. Yeah, you are providing aid. Don't you know who you are? In America, look at the percentage that are African Americans that are contributing to the economy. Someone put it in the comments, please. Do your research. Put in the comments and tell me what percentage of the GDP, what percentage of the economy that you actually support. Just put the numbers of the percentage, right? Give me a breakdown of the, let me just say no racial slurs. If you can't, it's shame on you. Okay, so, so I lost my train of thought watching that comment. So what was I saying? Demographics, please. Yes, give me those demographics of how many African Americans are they, as they call you, you're Africans living in America. How many of you contribute to the American economy? Okay, let's just do a general head count. So let's show how it works, yeah, how capital flight works. Now, someone else, give me some more information about capital flight, please, okay? I want to talk about the power of capital flight and why we should use it for our advantage. Everyone always talks about capital flight when talking about people leaving Africa and going to the West, okay? But we're not talking about capital flight when we as African descendants are coming back to Africa. We are not talking about that. Okay, we are not talking about that, and that is so important. Okay, you're no longer paying into that Federal Reserve. Okay, you're no longer making that country strong to come against Africa, because every money you take weakens their defense budget. Okay, that's one less bullet, one less bomb. Okay. Okay, so when you also take out of it, you take away from the infrastructure, which includes the people that are getting paid by the government, because you contribute to that also. Yeah, Jesus, Black Man Explore TV. I've spoken about it on my channel. Great. Well, share the link. You know, the more information we learn, the better it is. Okay. So if I've spoken about it before on BlaXit also, but I haven't really gone into detail, and that's why, you know, today's live is so crucial. I don't know anyone going back to Africa. Jesus is my portion. Well, welcome to BlaXit. You've just met someone who is. I'm here in beautiful Gambia. Ooh. And I've lived here permanently since 2019. And I have not been back to the West since, because I love Africa. I have traveled into Africa, but I have not traveled outside of Africa, because what for? What is the need? What is the need? I'm sorry to say, but anything that is there, we can create here. So if you want, you know, your Costco's, come and create it here. Take your money out and create it here. It doesn't matter if, you know, whoever it is has created their studios or done whatever, they can do it here. All these American superstars can invest their money here. And it's safer, because, you know, you don't know when they're going to pull the blanket from underneath your feet. They don't know when they're going to pull the carpet from underneath your feet for whatever reason, and you end up, you know, in jail, and your reputation is gone, and everything you've done is destroyed, and everything like this. You don't know when they want to take you out. Look at what they've done to Angie Stone. Because what, 50 million I've seen on the internet, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but 50 million they stole from the woman. 50 million, they're saying. I watched a guy called Paxton Stone, or Stone Paxton, who was actually helping her and doing research, you know, into her lost royalties. Now, I don't know if you understand about royalties, but you have different kinds of royalties. You have mechanical royalties. Royalties, those are collected in the UK by MCPS. That's the Mechanical Copyright Protection Society. Right? Or was it Collection Society? I can't remember. But MCPS anyway. And they collect the royalties. So like when your music is played on radio and that kind of thing, they collect the royalties. But you have to register those songs first in order for those royalties to be collected. Okay? And then you have PRS, which is your performers' rights. Yeah? And then you collect those, and that also engages kind of with when your music is also played live and on other environments as well. And plus, remember that you also have monies from different types of collaborations. For example, if your music is used in a film, or there are so many other kinds of installations where your music can be used that you collect your money from, but your music has to be registered in order for you to collect. Now imagine if someone's not registering it, or they're registering it in someone else's name, you're not getting your money. And that is what happened, yeah? Right? That is what happened, okay? So, and there's so much speculation around her death, and it's so sad that the minute she starts to, because I used to watch her on, you can still watch her, because her Angie Stone Secrets, it's Angie Stone on YouTube, and she has various ones where she talks about her secrets. Pamela Evans, good morning, how are you? So she talks about her secrets. David Ross, please remove yourself if you've got nothing positive to say. Go another way, go onto another channel, please. Okay, this is we keep it black positive, black magnificent, and black wonderful. So yeah, so what happened to Angie Stone, I think that has happened to a number of our artists where they have been exploited, and some of them, unfortunately, they just couldn't cope. I remember, who remembers? There's a thingy in the air, Craig Mack. There's oh my gosh, ding, 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 ding. There's a mad new flavor in the air. Do you remember that? Yeah, even him, if you look at his life and what happened to him, it's a similar thing. So this is why I said we need capital flight. Because if those artists had been, investing their money in Africa, they'd have had a much bigger return. Because if you invest in land, I'll give you land, for example. As you know, we have tried at BlaXit to make it easier for you to come back. We've even given you payments of like $160 a month, $125, £125 a month, which works out to be about £31 a week, about $40 a week. Yeah, so you can pay towards your land, so you can get out. So we've given you that long-term plan so you can do it. And if you want to have that information, it's very easy to get information about pay-as-you-go, buy your repatriation way out, yeah, and get your land in a lovely, beautiful coastal village, a coastal town actually, called Gunjur. And that is, you can get in contact with us about that anytime. And you can use our text line on text line on WhatsApp, text line on WhatsApp. And that is +22024052373. Please put it in the comments for me, please. Yeah, so you can do that. We try and make it as easy for you to get out. Yeah, when I bought my land, obviously, land was cheaper then. Land was a bit cheaper then, but it's still affordable. It's still affordable. Okay, we can still find pieces for you somewhere. Okay, so hi. What estimates, some vary, puts the underground economy at 11% to 12% of US gross domestic product, or roughly 2.25 trillion to 2.5 trillion black dollars are defined as underground money. You hear me, people? You hear what you're worth? BlaXit family. You hear, this is what you're putting into that economy. Now imagine that being redirected out of the economy. You don't think that's going to have impact? Capital flight, capital flight, capital flight. Capital flight back to Africa, my family. Yeah, I'm going to shout in the camera. Sorry. But capital flight, yeah, is where it's at right now. Now, I want you to get on this capital flight. What I want you to do, all on board capital flight, BlaXit back to Africa. Yeah? Oh, Ekete, how are you? Ekete Jacob, you have been watching for a long time. 2022, 3 years, thank you so much. Yeah? I want you all to be all on board. Book your tickets for capital flight, BlaXit back to Africa. Okay, now I know that, if I go really hard on this capital flight thing, I know that, it could become, let's just say a little risque, because, these people don't want their money going away. But at the end of the day, it's what we need to do. Can you imagine just $1, yeah, from 10 million people gives us $10 million. Yeah, put that in a kitty. Put that in a kitty for all of you, right? So you can come back to Africa. Can you imagine? But we have to be able to work together, trust each other, and have a full, a safe, full system to do it. I don't know if it's crypto is the way, blockchain is the way, or what is the way, but we need to find a way so that we can do this. I've been saying it for a long time, because they tell us, oh, there's this cure for this, oh, there's this poor child with a big belly and flies, and we all give them millions and millions every year, but we're not doing it for ourselves. I've helped thousands of people now to get their land here, okay? And I'm very proud, there's been a couple of, issues along the way, as there always is. It's called a learning curve. I'm far from perfect, yeah? I would love to be perfect, but, it's a learning experience, And so because of that, it doesn't mean that we can't trust each other, okay? Because we can. Trust is, I used to have trust issues, even in relationships. I find it hard to trust men. I used to always think they were just after one thing, if you know what I mean. And it took me a long time to be able to break through that. I would actually even be a little bit scared. I would kind of run away. When you have parents from Jamaica, Caribbean parents, they raise you quite strictly. And so they kind of give you a little fear, and maybe too strictly, that's what gives you the fear. So, I used to be very scared. Yeah. But because they keep us under the ground, because everything will go chaos if we see above. Absolutely. Judah 1 said, facts, research, thank you. Albert Perry says, love get you killed. Absolutely. But it also enlivens you. It also makes you brave enough to come onto YouTube and watch, isn't it? On a Sunday, it makes me brave enough to come on and do this broadcast. But at the end of the day, we're all going to transcend with our ancestors anyway. So why not make it worthwhile? Do something to make your life worthwhile. Never fear death. Never ever fear death. After I had my hip replacement, they gave me some wrong medication. I was like, I had a heart attack. My heart stopped. Boom. They had to give me some injections in my heart and do all this kind of thing and get me, back again. So I realized, what were you fearing death for? You know what I mean? Live your life. I've seen way too much in these streets. I hear you. You're not the only one, but it doesn't stop us. We should never let anything be a blockage. We use it as instead, let's use it as a stepping stone. Yeah, not a blockage. We use it as a stepping stone to get stronger, to get more empowered, and to get wiser. Okay, sorry, I missed someone. This is Ifani Cole, yeah. I hope you're doing safe and healthy. Greetings from Germany. Oh, hi. Guten Tag. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hate gets you killed. Love gives you the opportunity to develop it. There's a difference. Oh, I love that. You see, that's why I love my cafe, yeah. Boy's got brains. The boy's sharp like razor. Yeah. Sunny, you're a beautiful girl. Thank you, Sunny. You're so sweet. I love you too. Yeah, but love is what it's about. Good to see you healthy back again. Yeah, thank you. I was telling everybody, yeah, I was told to try this elixir, and I'm gonna keep talking about it because it really helped me. Yeah, I'm not promoting, so it's not paid promotion or nothing. It's called Fafaron, and it comes from Nigeria. My friend Ibrahima told me about it. Yeah, and don't forget, like I said to you, the pay-as-you-go land. Do not miss out. It's £125 a month. It's $160 a month, okay? And you get your land, okay? You just keep paying them for 3 years, you get your land in a wonderful, wonderful location here in the Gambia, and it is a beach town. And these coastal areas, these are prime areas that we need to take over, because a lot of our tourism, especially in Africa, is being overrun by people that do not look like us, yeah? They're not like us. I found the beep, girl. Sorry, I've been doing this a week. On the beat, yeah. My 40 acres and a mule, yeah. I love that, yeah. Anyway, A minor. Yes, cuss them out. Yes, them nasty people, them. Yeah, anyway, good to see you healthy back again. And Bonti Zuma Biko, like Stephen Biko, oh my hero, Stephen Biko from South Africa. You know what they did to him. You see what they done to, listen, let's talk about what they done to us, and that's why we have to do capital flight. It's payback time, okay? IOU from America. IOU, is that Illinois state? I don't know. Yeah, you have to live to die. Precisely, yeah. Guten Abend, he says, oh, if I can record said Guten Abend. Yeah, not sure what you meant by that. Exactly. You have to hate to love and love to hate. Okay. So, Abolia, welcome, Faletti. Hey, good morning. I missed you watching BlaXit from Dallas. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'll have a sip. You know, have a sip too, please. Have a quick break. I'm drinking fever grass water. This is fever grass from my compound. And I usually put lime in it, but because I have to take the pips out, because of course normal limes, they actually have seeds. Natural food has seeds, and I wanted to come back to Africa to come and grow. Right now we have pineapples growing in our compound. We have pawpaws growing in our compound. We have limes and oranges growing in our compound, okay? This is, you know, oh yeah, and soursaps growing in our compound. This is just my little compound. I love Africa. I just want you to come home. You know, I wake up happy. You know, when you wake up, you ain't got no mortgage, no rent. Come on now. You ain't got no water rates. You know, you ain't got no electricity bill. Do you know how freeing that is when you sit outside? And I know I've seen some people like in Tanzania and all over Africa, and they're telling people, I told y'all to come back home. You know, this good life. Why are you hating on me? Why are you hating on me? Because I'm living a good life, and I'm showing you I'm living a good life. Why are you hating on me? I watched one vlogger, and he was just killing it, and I was laughing. He goes, I told y'all to come back. I told you I got my apartment in Zanzibar, and he was like, you know, but don't get jealous. Just come, you know, and you can start, you know, by having an affordable payment plan that's going to help you to acquire your land. We will help you to build your house and come home. Okay. I've had, you know, I faced everything. I faced sabotage like nobody's business. I faced so many other things, but it hasn't stopped me, okay? And I don't want it to stop you, yeah? And I missed you too, Abiola. I missed you too. It's so nice of you to join us today. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I noticed that the figures, I'm going to show you something, right? I'm hoping that I'll catch it. But at the very end, it shows you the watch figures. And then I'm going to show you the watch figures that they put on here. Yeah, and I'm going to show you the difference, okay? So just so that you know, yeah, what's going on and you go with the flow. That's why I need you all to make sure that you please subscribe to the channel and get as many people as you can to follow and share our channel. Please get people to subscribe and to follow and to share. I'd love to hit 100,000 at least 100,000 subscribers this year. And as you know, the thing they call shadow money, yeah, is happening to us, you know, on a high rate because of the subject that we talk about. So, you know, Akete Jacob said it's very blurry. You can still see. Okay, it's blurry. I don't know why it's blurry, to be honest with you, because it looks very clear from here. So if it's blurry, I do apologize. Well, just listen to me. If you can't see me, don't worry too much. Yeah, we'll get that sorted before we do next week's. Oh, Guten Tag. I read it as gluten, didn't I? Silly me. Guten Tag. I see you. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Speaking of grass, why don't you touch some? Dearest Sissy, God's on your side. Oh, Eno, thank you so much. Eno Yari Jackson, thank you so much. Yeah, Eno Oyari Jackson, thank you so much. Albert Perry said Drake had all the ladies. Kendrick have the streets on his side. Don't know about all the ladies. He's not quite my type. For me, it's about lyrical content. He talked about 40 acres and a mule, which is about our reparations, yeah, which is something that has, been, it's just abuse. It's abuse on top of abuse on top of abuse on top of abuse on top of theft on top of insult on top of, it's just abuse of us. African descendants, even we don't have it. We have CARICOM from the Caribbean, because both my parents are Jamaican. My dad is now late, but my mom's still there. And hello mom, hello family. And please pray for my mom. She's going to have a very important operation. So please put prayers out for my mum. Okay, she'll be having an operation soon. So please put operations for my mum. Yeah. So so far as the paperwork's concerned, the main paperwork that's concerned with is what's called your alcalo transfer. We mainly deal with customary title, because customary title here, not in all countries, in Gambia is in perpetuity, but it's not in Ghana. I think Ghana it's 50 years. I think there's a 50-year lease. But here, customary land is in perpetuity, and I think in Burkina Faso it's also in perpetuity. And do remember that Burkina Faso is offering citizenship. So if you want to find out more information, do text me, text line, and I'll give that information to you about Burkina Faso's citizenship. Now, let me just say this. I do not agree with citizenship by genetics. That is this DNA testing. I don't like it personally. And that is a personal view. And I think that, some people want to find out exactly where they come from, whatever. I'm not sure if it's an exact science, but I'm sure it gives you comfort. And I think in having that comfort is important. I mean, I think that my personal, when we did a composite, my brother did a composite, and it was so many places, it was unbelievable. Our DNA was so many places. And in fact, the highest number of DNA in that gene, in that composite was actually Nigerian, yes, by 33.1%. So I would actually be Nigerian, 33.1%. But my grandma told me that her family came from Gambia. That was what was passed down to her. So that's the reason why I'm obviously here. And that was without a composite. And it's where my heart and my spirit actually felt welcome. But, let me talk about my capital flight journey, as I was explaining. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to ensure that I could create an African footprint, which is to also benefit and help the African economy. And so in doing so, I very purposely made a plan, which is very important that you do make this plan. So, just like when you go on any journey, your capital flight journey is also that you have to plan your journey, okay? You do have to plan your journey. It's very important. Just like when you're going abroad, you know that you have to pack stuff, you know what you have to do. Your capital flight plan, has to be very, done very succinctly as well. So the first thing that I did was to acquire land. Yeah. So the first land I bought at that time was £1,800. That's how much I paid. This is going back in 2015. Okay. That I knew that I was coming back to Africa to live. I came to Africa when I was 22. Yeah. That was the first time I came. And I'm going to be 54. Okay. And so I wanted to retire before I was 50. Because I knew that if I stayed in England any longer, they would kill me. Literally. If they didn't, the country would, yeah? And I seem to be getting these illnesses. Like I said, I had a heart attack. I had a hip replacement operation. I broke my foot. I was involved in a car accident. I was involved in an accident in a supermarket. A famous supermarket, which I later sued and won. Where they say every penny counts. Anyway, so... what I'm saying to you is that there were so many incidents happening that I just thought, I have to get out of this place. It's like important to me. So I started to make my capital, my capital flight plan. My capital flight plan consisted of how much money can I take out of this economy? okay, and transfer back to Africa. So I made a plan, and that part of that plan was by investing in certain properties. Now, I'm still fighting absolutely in court for some of the finances from one of the properties, because I made an agreement, with my then husband that we would share the proceeds, and we made a settlement agreement. But then, unfortunately, someone went back to the UK and disappeared with it. But anyway, that's another story. But so part of my capital flight plan still hasn't come into engagement yet. So I'm still within my plan, even though I've been living here for 6 years. Okay, well, is it 5 years? 2019 to 2060, 6 years. So the point I'm making is that I thought, how am I going to easily divest this money? So I had invested in property, and so what I did was sell that property and take the money out of the country so that I could come here. Now, you don't have to be an owner of property for this to happen. Even if you have a rental, you can also sublet on top for money and still come here and sublet, and you're still living a good life, even based on the difference, because of the difference in the economy and the price of living. But the difference that you make here is that when you're building a house, firstly, you're creating employment, right? Now, when you buy land, you're creating an income to a family who sell you the land. Secondly, when you build it, you're also, one, creating an employment for the people that are building your house. You're creating an income from the things that you're buying, right? All of the building materials and etc. for your house, okay? You're creating employment from the team that are also working in your house and on your land. Yeah, once your house is built, you then have obviously someone who's going to help you around the house. You have your gardener, you might have a security person. They call them doormen here, which is quite frequent here. It's a way of creating employment. You also have someone who's a helper that can help you in and around the house. So that's also generated and created employment. You generate your business here. When you generate your business here, you then have employees, which of course you pay them a salary for as well. So yeah, you can have casual help, and of course you can go into business and have regular help, but all of that money is then going into them, and all the taxes as well is then going back into the Gambian economy. It's not going outside of the economy, and that's what's so important, is keeping it within the African economy. So we're taking it away from them. So then by doing that, you're creating this capital flight, you're creating this vacuum where you're saying, you know what, to you, I'm going to take my money out, okay? Regardless of whatever it is, you're going to take your money out. Someone who I know even created a business doing rentals, just renting properties, and didn't even have a property of their own. And that was their business that sustained them here in Africa. They were living in, I think it was the Bronx, and they were renting out properties. So they can do that. Anyone can do it. You understand what I mean? They were just doing rentals and, adding a little agency fee on, and that's what sustained them. And they just left someone in charge there to run it. So, it's up to you what you want to do. But I'm just saying to you that capital flight is important. Because once you deprive these Western countries, let's use UK and US and France, etc., right? All of these countries that colonized Africa, once you use them as an example, that, if America don't want to give us aid, then let's take our money out. It's as simple as that. Don't add to their taxes. Don't add to their general budget. Don't add to their national debt. Don't do it. And you don't have to. You have a choice. You have a choice of where you want to live. You have a choice to be free. You have a choice to be happy. And I'd rather be happy and free, because nothing can give you peace of mind. I love my peace of mind here. That freedom, you can't pay for it. The stress is too much there. It's just too much. There's too much pressure. Every minute they're adding bills. Every minute they're adding taxes. Every minute they're adding some charge. Every time they're increasing fares. Every time everything's going up. But your salary's not going up as commensurate. So, every time you're getting out of debt, at least here it's pay as you go. You don't have to get into debt. You don't have to use credit for anything, because anything you buy, it's yours. So, it's time for us to get on that capital flight. I want you all to go and research capital flight and see, the far-reaching implications of just 10 million people leaving America, right? Just, 6 million people leaving England. I don't even think there's that many of us there, but, what I'm trying to say is that as soon as you get your paperwork, your paperwork it's usually get it within the week. Within the week, you get your Alcalo transfer, and then once everything's been witnessed and signed, we send it by courier, which you pay for. Who else has something to say? Oh, my picture is clear. Oh, wonderful. It was blurry just for a while. It might be internet interference. Yeah, I appreciate you being my teacher. You bet you are shining again. We've been lied to for years. Africa is beautiful. Africa is absolute paradise. I kid you not. And when I say Africa, there's 54 countries to choose for. Choose one. Okay. Some people have gone to South Africa to live, and they're living in Cape Town, and they're very happy there. Some people, have gone to Ghana, and they're very happy there. We must take into consideration some things, and I'm going to do some programs about repatriation and other things you need to take into consideration, including, cultural changes, which are very important for us to take that into consideration. Okay. Bringing secondary accounts to troll is a low life. Even trolling itself forwards, get a damn life. No trolls allowed. Go home. Go wherever you're going to. We're not interested. Goodbye. Okay. What do they say? We don't need you here. So please, let's keep this positive. These racists. Let me just tell you that we even found one group talking live about BlaXit, flattered, thank you. Why are you so threatened by us leaving you? Because you brought us into your countries to slave for you, and now we've woken up and we want to leave? Now because we realise the great value we've added to your countries, and realise that you don't even want us to give us reparations. So what are we staying for? What stating for, for the Taco Bells, for the little, what trinkets that they're going to give us? No, they make good cars in Africa too now. Africa has good roads too now. Africa has large supermarkets too now. Africa has great restaurants too now. So what you going to do now? What you going to do now? What you going to do now? Come home. Africa has malls too now. So that's the thing. We've evened the scales. Okay. So, what is it that they've got that we don't have? Oh, Africa has good schools too now. Okay, so, so what's the difference? The difference is that when you're coming here, at least you're living among your own people, you can live in peace, tranquility, and harmony, and debt-free. Yeah? No more slavery. We're not slaving for them anymore. That's what capital flight means. Yeah? Capital flight means I'm taking my money, I'm taking everything, I'm taking all my investments, and I'm saying, hasta luego, I am saying goodbye, or I am saying, I will see you later. Okay? And you're taking everything and doing it en masse. You're doing it by community. You're doing it by groups. You're doing it by families. You're doing it by friendship groups, but you're doing it together. Capital flight. Unity taking flight. Unity consciousness coming into reality. That's what it is. Okay? Yeah? I was born in Nigeria. Love Niger. Like I said to you, about my DNA composite. And I'm so keen to go and to experience there. I'm taking my time because I really want to spend some time there. I just don't want to just go for like a week and have to run back. Yeah. William Standard is talking about I don't quite understand what you're saying there, so explain to me. Okay, explain to me what you mean and why you mean, because isn't he checking your asses out? I just heard him make a big statement, and I put it on my channel, and I said, you first. So go to the shorts in BlaXit and see what Trump said about you before you come on here, with your trifling self, okay? And see what he said about you and what he wants to do to you and where he wants you to go, yeah? And I said, you first. America, leave Africa, okay? Take your trifling asses out of Africa, okay? You Anglo-Saxon thieves that are always stealing out of Africa, Leave Africa first. Leave Africa. You know, Marcus Garvey said, just give us 50 years unmolested. Yeah, America has been molesting Africa. Okay? It has been molesting Africa for how many years? Over 500 years, they've been molesting Africa. Okay? So no, I don't celebrate. The last president that you had, he done one thing good, which was to exonerate, yeah? He didn't fully exonerate it, but he gave a pardon to Marcus Garvey. That's what Biden did. It's on the channel, and I spoke about that. So credit where credit is due. But I don't understand, yeah, why you would be saying this on BlaXit of all channels, because BlaXit is about your repatriation, relocation back to Africa, dear, out of America, yeah, leaving your presidents behind and coming back to your own kind, yeah, where your presidents look like Ibrahima Traore, okay? And a lot of us, yes, we are, and our ancestry is mixed. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Doesn't not mean that you're not an African, okay? Yeah, that's amazing. I salute you, Elbert. I salute you. Yeah, I salute you. Well done. You know, you're an asset. Benny Manfred Maroon says, Juliet, sorry, was getting ready. I need to leave now. I hope to see you on the next live. Blessed love to you all. Rise up, Captain Traore. Rise up, Africa, in all the diaspora. Yes, I also admire Captain Traore for certain things that have been offered to him that he didn't think that was for the best of his country. He said no. And it's so powerful to see a president who's prepared to say, no, this is not good for my country, so no, I don't want it. And I want to tell you something, President Captain Traore, and I hope you get to see this. I know that you saw a poem that I wrote for you, that I hope you see this as well. A lot of people watch BlaXit, actually. Even the president of Gambia told me that he watched BlaXit, so, you know, you're in good company here. And yeah, I want to tell you, you don't need to take interviews from buffoons, okay? You do not need to take interviews from buffoons. Firstly, let their questions come and you pre-approve them. And if those questions are not within your liking, do not do it, because that's what other presidents do. And no different should happen to you. When they ask you about democracy, right? You have to ask, I have to ask you, what has democracy done for Africa? What has democracy done for England? What has democracy done for America? You still control. You're still not able to lead your own life. Now, if I look at what Captain Traore has done within the last couple of years, who needs democracy? That's the one thing that he's shown. That's the one thing that he's shown. It's because they want to go and put in another puppet. And they're scared. So when these stupid puppet journalists who are traitors to their race want to come and ask you questions, tell them, yeah, politely, go the other way. Okay, I will not be answering your questions today. Don't ever feel as though you have to, because you don't. If they want to ask about democracy, send them back to America, you know, send them back anywhere, because, you know, the way in which we had democracy, because the true democracy actually started from Africa, which was actually with the Council of Elders and, you know, the Women's Council as well, the Village Council, the VDCs, yeah, under the mango trees. But the way in which democracy has been shaped now is really just a mockery of a system. It's not real. It's not real. And you don't really have choice, because if the two horses that you're backing are really the same horse owned by the same owner, you don't really have choice. All they're doing is, you know, putting different kinds of, you know, different kind of colours on the horse and telling you, but the horse is still owned by the same one owner. So you're not really getting any change. It's just a system to fool you, to make you feel as though you are contributing to a system that you're actually not, because it was already created before. It was all, everything was already done before, you know. And, you know, they make their decisions about things years ahead, years ahead. They go to, you know, their Bahamian Grove and these places that they go to and make those decisions. You're not involved in those decisions, okay? Okay, stay safe and healthy for now. Hola, nombre, el Humberto en español. Okay, hola, mi nombre is Juliette in español. Okay, agree with all that you're saying. Can we get in contact with you, BlaXit? Yes, you can. We've got a new text line which is on BlaXit. We were finding that a lot of people weren't really, you know, some people saying that emails weren't getting and so on and so forth. So I thought, let me just do a direct line. So the text line is plus 220-240. If you could put that in the comments for me, please, Kath, and pin it. 240, thank you. He's quick, like, he's sharp, like raises. My boy, he's sharp, yes. Very intelligent. John Joe, welcome to the channel. How are you? He says he has 1 black, 2 black, 3 black, 4. They all ended up in jail, and that's for sure. Well, that's their target. But, you know, if you ended up in jail in Burkina Faso, you'd actually be doing some good for the country because they turned their convicts into farmers and taught them agriculture. Now, isn't that a change? Instead of making them like slaves in America. So, you know, they're now contributing to the national economy, also the food security for the country, and they're doing something that's worthwhile. And they're also being educated, and they're also being, you know, if you like, reformed back into society. So that's why I so support Captain Traore and what he's done, his social housing, his health and benefits, also the fact that he cleared their national debt within 2 years. You know, and as in making the country independent, stand on its own 2 feet. So of course they're going to want to try, you know, to challenge him. But it's for us to support him. You know, if you want to buy gold, go and buy it from Burkina Faso. Leave out the middleman. Let's support Africa now. It's time for us to take our money and put it into Africa. It's time for that capital flight. Take your capital and make it fly out of America. Take your capital, make it fly out of England. Take your capital, make it fly out of France. Make it fly out of Spain. You know, wherever you are watching from today, take your capital and make it fly out of that country back into Africa. Okay, come and buy your land. Land is a great investment and it's safe too. Okay. Hey, Cardi B, greetings. I went to a beautiful place, yeah, because of Cardi B. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I shouldn't really, but I'm going to tell you a quick story. One of the lovely BlaXit family members says to me, Juliet, I would love to, you know, have a dream. I have a dream and I'd love to have a place by the riverside. And I said, oh, okay. So, you know me, I always try and facilitate. So, you know, I did some research, looked around, you know, it was kind of hard to find because like a lot of the sites had actually been bought up. And I was like, wow, you know, all these sites, even one location was owned by Lebanese, huge. Almost the whole riverside was owned by Lebanese. So I'm just letting you know that, okay? So that you know. Anyway, but we found some Gambian-owned land, which was great. And we went there, riverside, absolutely beautiful. I'll put a picture up. To show you on the community page. They call it posts now. So look at the community post and I'll put up a picture. So we went there and I had such a wonderful day. So sometimes being of service and helping people to follow their dreams, you can actually have the most wonderful experience. I had such an amazing time and I loved it so much that even myself, I'm thinking about, ooh, Juliet, what can you have there? So yeah, absolutely. So morning, Catty B, how are you? And I'm happy to be of service, yeah? Your country, Africa, is liked about everything. Say no water, you have tons of water. Yes, of course we have tons of water. Yeah, I mean, Gambia alone has the River Gambia running through it, so I think so. And there's humongous aqueducts under the country. So yeah, that's why we have our own individual boreholes. We get pure spring water from under the ground. So yeah, it's amazing and it's beautiful to drink. You know, this isn't actually from my borehole, but the fever grass is. But you have to maintain your borehole, of course you do. Yeah. So, but that's fever grass infused water, absolutely gorgeous. But yes, lots of water, lots and lots of water. So they're liars, absolute liars. You're correct in saying that, okay, John Joe. Yeah, it's definitely blurry. Sorry about if it's blurry. Nothing I can do about that, yeah. Well done for reversing. Well done for reversing, Julia. I've been watching from the beginning. Well done, my. Thank you. I think you meant to say persevering. So yeah, I will take it as persevering. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to speed through now, just to conclude. I want you all to go and research capital flight. Okay, I just wanted to do a very light and hearted and brief introduction to the concept and why we need to all book our capital flight. Yeah, regardless of where you live, we need to look at coming together. You don't have to do this alone. Yeah, coming together, maybe creating some online WhatsApp groups or what have you, but coming together where we can create capital flight, okay? Okay, I just read Amelia's comment. So actually, your residency is annual here. It's an annual residency. And it depends on what country you go to. You know, like I told you, there's 54 countries. Choose one, you know. I'm actually hoping that the next administration, new government coming in, is going to, you know, make good on the citizenship. It's still going through Parliament. I think it's been a bit slow, to be fair, but I'm still working on it. In fact, I was in contact with 2 people this week, and we are summarising, you know, where we are going with our strategy and how we can improve and speed up the process. Okay. So just to let you know, thank you so much. Yeah, give some love to Captain Ibrahima Toure. Yeah. Give some love to Captain Ibrahima Toure. Yeah. And William, I don't think you understand. William Standord, I don't think you understand the remit of BlaXit. Yeah, so can we get rid of that comment? Because I just don't think it's worth keeping there. That's the William Standard Latinos for DUMP. The same people who put in the car now wish to impeach him. You know what? It's so funny that I was reading about Al Green. I don't know if you've been following Al Green in America. You've been following Al Green, and have you signed that petition? He's put out a petition to impeach Trump. That's what Cafe's talking about. He's talking about. You see, I told you my boy's sharp like razor. Yeah, and yes, he put out a petition to impeach him. And, you know, actually, when you read the reasons why, and I want you to go read, I'm not going to say it out here on here, yeah, but when you read his reasons why, it absolutely makes sense, okay? Because the thing is that they talk about all these tyrant presidents. I think you really, you know, need to look at the definition of a tyrant. And if you look at a definition of a tyrant and what a tyrant is, I think you've got one in America. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I don't get involved in political things, but I'm just saying by definition, they love to come across and tell Africa about they have these tyrant presidents. They've got these tyrant presidents. But, you know, I think that they need to look closer at themselves before they start, you know, talking about African presidents and Africa. I think Africa is a developing nation, and if it wasn't for slavery, we'd probably be far ahead now. And you can't, the people that are responsible for slavery, they want to come ahead and talk about, you know, Africa's backward after you're the ones that took all the people out and made it backward. You hypocrites. Two-faced, lying, stealing, thieving, raping, killing, torturing, genocidal murderers. Want to talk about Africa is less developed. You made it that way. How many of our people did you kill in order to build up your own economy, your own industries? What was you like before us? So, you know, I'm not praising, I'm not one to go and praise certain people still, so I'm not going to do it, yeah? That's what vampires do, exactly, yeah? How can I use some numbing spray on your throat and then train it for sweat? Hey, can I use some of that numbing spray on your throat and train it for a bit? 8 D's, 3, 4. I think what you need to do, yeah, is you need to mix up some salt, yeah? And then, you know, Scotch bonnet pepper, you crush up the Scotch bonnet pepper, yeah? And then you add some lime to it, yeah? And yeah, that's what you need to drink, Z's, yeah? And it will numb your mouth, numb your throat, and it will burn your backside, because that's what you need to hear. Sorry, guys, but I had to do it. I had to raise the debate on that one. I couldn't resist it, okay? Your own people sold, and that's what you're saying. Okay, let me tell you something, and I'm going to be very, very clear. How many ships did we own? So before you start talking about your own sold your own, I want to know how many ships, how many Africans own the insurance companies that insured the cargo, the so-called human cargo. I want to know how many black people owned the auctions. I want to know how many black people owned the slave plantations. So before you talk, yeah, hush your mouth, because let me tell you something. The people that were involved on this side were a minutiae compared to the 400 years of those people on that side. Yeah, let me just keep it real. Yeah, and let me tell you another thing. People say, oh, your own people are involved in the slave trade. I'm going to tell you a story that I heard from someone that came through his family. He was actually from Burkina Faso. Before that, it was called Upper Volta. And the story was, the man is now late, yeah, Malidoma Patrice Soume. He wrote a book called Of Water and the Spirit. But when I actually went to see him and I spoke to him about it, he explained to me that they sent in missionaries, and these missionaries went into the village and they were trying to get land for their churches and to continue, you know, doing what they were doing. And they found people that had their own belief system, their own belief structure, and were living their life very happily. They were not, you know, in need of anything or any kind of spiritual evaluation. They were not in need of any kind of spiritual interference. You know, they were not in need. So they said, no, thank you. We don't want your church. We're quite well. We actually consulted our ancestors and they told us we don't need you here in our village and that you will only bring destruction and death and murder. So no, we don't want you here. So you can go back your merry way. So they left. The missionaries left. What did they do? They brought in the army. What did the army do? Yeah? They went in and they burnt the village and killed and tortured the people and forced the people to work for them in order to ensure that they could maintain the slave passage that they had going, because they were also supporting the enslavement of our people. Okay, so those people that they captured, they then used. So those people were used against their will. Used against their will, because their wives were raped, their villages were burnt, their children were stolen, their families were killed, and then the men were taken by force. So when you see them and they look as though they're helping, do you think they are helping because they want to help or helping under duress? So don't talk about your own that people participated. Okay? I'm not saying there aren't some people that were fooled, bamboozled, right? Because they used trickery and manipulation. They didn't come in, you know, acting as though this is what I'm going to do. They came in with money, trinkets, and trickery. Okay? So when you're saying it, it's not going to lessen the blow to what you did for how many years. It's not going to lessen to the blow to what you did and killed our people on slave plantation. It's not going to lessen to the blow to you using our babies as Jacobins, putting them in barrels, and then when the black baby put his head up, you would blow his head off. No, it doesn't excuse what you did. Yeah, it doesn't excuse what you did when you tied a black man's arms, arm to arm, limb to limb, to two horses and made them run in opposite directions and split him in the middle. No, it does not excuse what you did. No, it doesn't excuse how you caked our mouths open and busting our teeth and forced food down our necks when we refused to eat under hunger strike. No, it does not excuse you raping all of our children. No, it does not excuse you raping our women. No, it does not excuse you raping our men. It does not excuse you butt breaking. It does not excuse you making mother effers. And that's why I hate the word, because they used to brown bag them and make them sleep with their own mothers. No, it doesn't excuse you. So you know what you can do? Go take yourself and get educated about our plight, about what happened to us, about the wickedness that you did. Yeah? No, we're not taking responsibility for the wickedness that you did in the Caribbean, because you did it in the Caribbean. And I'm glad for Nanny Maroon and everybody that whipped your ass. Yeah? So I'm just saying, don't play with me. Don't play with me about how we put ourselves into slavery. Let me tell you something. There's also a difference between indentured slavery. There's also a difference between being a prisoner of war. Okay? And listen, let's redefine the term of what you did, and it will never be forgiven. I'm not going to turn no other cheek. I'm not going to do anything, because my ancestors sent me here. I'm on a divine mission and I'm going to complete it, yeah? Because God hired me. You can't fire me. Okay? No, I'm not a slave. I'm free. And that's why I said they still got us in invisible shackles living in the West, because we still think living with them is best when it's not, it's the worst. Yeah? We're actually cursed. When we're living in them, we're cursed. But they're keeping us under this trick by giving us trinkets. Okay? So I've said a lot today, but listen, capital flight. This program is about capital flight. I want you all to take your capital flights. I want you to take your capital flights to freedom. I want you to take your capital flights to BlaXit. I want you to take your capital flights. I want you to get in contact. The text number is +220 240 5273. I want you to realize you don't have to live under a tyrant. Okay? You just don't. You just don't. I'm so glad that, I'm here. I'm glad I made that decision. It's the best decision I ever made. And I tell you what, I will never, ever forgive those people. I lived through racism. I lived through discrimination. I lived through hatred. I lived through such bad situations. And I am glad that I escaped. So I took my capital flight and I'm here. Okay? I am here. Because those people don't treat us with the humanity we deserve, okay? And you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be valued, and you deserve to be free. So thank you, BlaXit family, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's live. We topped in and out of top topics. We talked about Fantasia and, what a wonderful mother she is, and a great entertainer, songwriter, actress. So I'm just commending her. And also, let's dig into what happened to Angie Stone, because too many of our artists, whether it was Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince, so many of our artists, right, have died in very unusual circumstances. Even Whitney Houston's daughter died in the same way as her. Now, there's no such way as coincidence. They're rubbing it in our faces. It's time for us to take our money and get out. Because if they can take them out, they can take any of you out, okay? So let's get out. Let's just get out there. That guy made that film, Get Out. He made it for a reason. He even made another film, and I watched it recently. And his films are deep. What was the film called again, Kath? What was that film we watched again by the guy from Get Out? Nope. Watch the film Nope. Very deep film. Watch the psychological implications of that film and you'll see, okay? They're just spitting us out and spitting us out. Sucking us in and spitting us out. Sucking us in, spitting us out. We're not having control over lives. If you want your life back, come back to Africa, okay? Okay, so I love you so much, yeah? And I love you. I'm not loving you because how you look. I'm not loving you because of where you're from. I'm not loving you because of what you do. I'm loving you because you're you. Okay? Okay? Because you deserve to be loved. We all do. So lots of kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots and lots of kisses to you all. I believe that love is so important. Yeah. Jordan Pierce may Get Out. That's right. He also made notes, so watch note. But Get Out has got a lot of subliminals in it, and I think you need to watch it again because we really do need to get out. Okay. So yeah, there's we are divine. Okay, and never forget that. Yeah, you weren't made by mistake. Okay. So, and the word goddess is there for a reason, and the word God is there for a reason. Okay. So let's all get unified, get together, and let's get on that capital flight. Okay. Let's get on that capital flight. Yeah. One love, one love, one love, one love, one love. Yeah. One Africa, one unity, one destiny. Yeah. And yeah, big love to you and divine love to you. Yeah. Asheo. Yeah, and I'll give, who shall I give I'll give a big shout out to Yemoja, to Ogun and Oshun, okay, today. So yeah, one love, BlaXit family. Love you and take care. I'll see you on the next live on Sunday. I will be putting out content. Please also watch the content about the rental. So if you are coming, just, or someone that's coming, please share the information with them, okay? Yeah, one love, yeah. I don't care what your religion is, I love you. You could be Muslim, Christian, it doesn't bother me. You could be Hindu, you could be Buddhist, you could be Rastafarian, yeah. You can be Ifa, you can be Vodun, you can be Yoruba. I love you. Okay, bye bye.